Wes Gietz here. The hat I'm going to wear today is that of an EFT practitioner, and the topic is a bad memory. One example that I've worked with a number of times is that of being in a car accident. I've talked to people who can't drive a car and can't ride in a car, or if they can ride or drive, anytime they see, let's say for example, a red vehicle over here, they have an attack of anxiety, or they kind of freak out. So I'm going to go through a process that I've developed for dealing with bad memories. You can tap along with me if you want, or just follow along and use the process on yourself. You can go to YouTube, and there's a video there for me showing my approach to the process of tapping. Look in YouTube for Wes, W-E-S, and then the initials E-F-T to find that process video. So let's get into looking at bad memories, and specifically a single incident, if you can find one of those. And sometimes single incidents just compound on each other. People who have a lot of trauma in their life, or PTSD in particular, will often have many bad memories. And here's my approach to working with those memories or working with a single incident. What I do is I invite you to start far enough back from the memory, and I'm going to use the car as an example. You start far enough back in the memory, say you're just driving along, and you have, when you think about that, you have no emotional upset at all, no intensity. And then as you get closer to it, you might find that the intensity starts going up. And let's imagine that you realize that something is not right because you're going through a green light and you realize there's something red coming toward you from the left-hand side that is moving way too fast. So that might be a sudden spike in your intensity. And if you're using the 0 to 10 scale, you might go from 0 or 1 suddenly up to an 8. And so what you do is you hit the pause button on that mental video, and you hold that moment in your mind as clearly as you can. You don't have to use any words unless to remind yourself something's wrong or red on my right, on my left, and then you can just do the tapping sequence. And you hold that and you tap until you bring that intensity down to a bearable level. And there's interesting things that can happen when you're doing that. One of them is that it might seem farther away, or it might lose a lot of its content. That's emotional content. You don't lose the memory, but what you do lose is the emotional intensity that you experienced when you were thinking about it. But if you bring it down on that 0 to 10 scale, say to something like a 3, I always try to bring memories or intensity down to 3 or lower. That's when I figure we're accomplishing something. So I say it came down from an 8 to a 3. Then what you do is you hit the play button on that memory again, and you move forward. And then you might have a moment of impact, or just suddenly realize you are going to get hit, because often it's the anticipation that's worst. So you realize, oh my God, he's going to hit me, she's going to hit me. And the intensity spikes to a 10. You again hit the pause button on that video, tap on that scenario, that moment in the video, that frame of the movie if you like, until you bring it right down. And then you play it again. You continue to play it. And let's say that you have a passenger in your car and you are knocked off the road. You realize that you are hurt and there's another spike. So you go and tap on that. Again, it's exactly the same process. You stop, you hold that scenario in your mind, and you tap on it. And this is where it takes some courage, because often we're just going to want to shove that memory away and not deal with it. So stay with it and have confidence that it will heal, that you can heal that emotional impact. And really stay focused. That's the part that takes courage. Then that comes down and you play it again, and you look at the person beside you and you realize, oh my God, this person could have been killed. And there's another spike. So again, you stop and you go through the process and you tap it down until you're out the other side of the memory, to the point where Maybe you know that things are not right, but it doesn't have the same emotional intensity for you, because by then it's over. Maybe you're going to be in the hospital, maybe some other things need to be taken care of, but you're alive. And so what you do is you go with that memory, and then I would invite you, once you've been all the way through it to the point where the emotional intensity comes down again, go all the way back to the beginning of the memory, play that movie again right through, and watch for more spikes. If you find them, stop and tap on them. One other little note, when you're doing something like this, particularly if it is a sequence of memories, you may find that one memory disappears and is replaced by another one. Go to the new memory. Don't run to it. Don't run away from the current one to the new one. But if another one moves in, tap on that. And you can just keep tapping till they're all gone. I hope this works for you. If you're interested in pursuing EFT, go to my website. It's www.windwalker.ca. And if you want to talk to me about a treatment, there's a contact button in there, and you can get in touch with me, and we can see where we go from there. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you have wonderful healing. We all deserve to lead lives of effortless joy.